What's going on, everybody? David here, back with another video. So today we're going to do a stimulus package, stimulus check update, and we have some promising news. So it looks like we're going to get the proposal, basically the bipartisan proposal. We're going to get the language tomorrow by the end of the day. That's what the promises are. And so we're going to listen to Bill Cassidy right now. He's going to talk a little bit about what to expect. But it's kind of a little of the same. He's kind of going back and forth and just talking about some of the stuff that he's been talking about the last couple of weeks. But the good news here is that we will at least get to see this bill. And so once we can see the bill, then maybe that will put some pressure on Mitch McConnell to move forward with something. So we'll have to see where that goes. Mitch McConnell's already indicated that he does not want to go with this $908 billion proposal. However, if we start seeing the language, maybe some of that language will transition into a new proposal that they're negotiating. So we'll have to see. But first off, you guys can do me a favor. Please hit the like button. It does help with the YouTube algorithm. Also, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that little bell notification. That way you'll get notified anytime we put out a video. Okay, so let's go ahead and get right to the video here. Now, this is State of the Union with Jake Tapper. Here we go.
So let's turn to your efforts to find a compromise on coronavirus relief, which is so important to so many Americans, tens of millions. McConnell says there's no path for your bill, and Congress should just pass a bill that has no liability shield for corporations, so they can be sued, and no money for state and local governments, which is what Democrats are pushing for. Is he right? Is McConnell right? Or are you going to keep pursuing a compromise?
Well, by golly, if we can pass that, wouldn't it be great? The reality is you got to have both parties working together to pass anything. And the folks on the left say they don't want that. And so, yeah, it'll be great if we get past that. It doesn't seem that we can. We're the only bipartisan game in town. We're the only one where people have come together from both parties and said, listen, I'm not with you on that, but if you give me this, I'll give you that, because we got to do something for the American people.
And I don't like the if I give you this, you'll give me. I mean, this whole negotiation, working back and forth when people are struggling and in a life or death situation, it makes no sense to me how these politicians can be just like, well, you know, if you give me this, and I'll give you that. We should be getting everything at this point. We should be. All the funds that are available should be going to this pandemic and trying to help the American people in time of need. We should not be trying to say, well, I'm only going to give you stimulus checks if you give me this, or I'm only going to give you enhanced unemployment if you give me this. This is not the time for that type of negotiation. This is a critical situation where people need help, and you need to be there to help them. That's why you're in office, to represent the people. The people are asking you to help. You need to help.
We're going to introduce a bill tomorrow night. Now, the leadership can discard it. I can't govern that. I can only do that which is before me. And if we can introduce a bill tomorrow night that takes care of that small business owner, that she's just hanging on, and we're able to give her a little bit more support until the vaccine's disseminated, and the people she employs keep their job, that landlord who's been out rent for 3 months, but now she can get that rent so that maybe she can keep her place fixed up. If we can do that, we'll have done our job. What Leader McConnell decides to do, I don't have control over. I only can do what I can do.
No, they need to. I mean, this is where he's talking about introducing the bill tomorrow night, so Monday night. But it's one of those deals where it's like, you know, I did my job. I introduced the bill. Now, if Mitch McConnell doesn't move forward with it, oh well. You know, it's not my problem. No, you need to fight for the American people. So you need to make that happen. This is a situation where people have elected you to do a job, and you need to do that job. You just can't say, well, I did my part. I introduced the bill. Now, if Mitch McConnell doesn't do anything, well, then now it's his fault. No, you need to pressure him into doing something. And you were one of the people who voted for him to be the leader of the Senate. And so he needs to answer to you as well. So just saying, well, we worked out this proposal and he didn't want to go anywhere with it, that's not good enough. At least that's not good enough for me.
You take a listen to 52-year-old Angela Kearney. She's from Pennsylvania. She has struggled to pay her bills and buy Christmas gifts for her children this year.
I promised them that they would be normal children, and then the pandemic hit. And I can't keep those promises anymore. I have to take the bills and throw them up and pick the ones and hope that they total the amount that I have.
12 million Americans are going to lose this unemployment benefit in January. 14 million households are at risk of eviction. Yes or no, is there going to be a deal before you leave?
There will be a deal, and our bill addresses those issues. We care. The folks working on this bill have heard from her and heard from many others that we need to address this. Now, others can decide to accept our work product or not, but we care. We're going to have that bill, and we're going to address those needs, those immediate needs. That is our goal.
All right, so there it is, Bill Cassidy just talking about this problem solvers proposal that they have, and they will be introducing it on Monday. So that's good news. They'll introduce this. We'll see where this goes. But they really need to start pushing these leaders more, both Nancy Pelosi and Mitch McConnell. They need to be pushing these leaders and saying, look, because Mitch McConnell has to be voted in by his senators, his colleagues, and on the Republican side. So Bill Cassidy, he's a Republican. He voted for Mitch McConnell. You need to make sure Mitch McConnell is held accountable as well. And Mitch McConnell needs to do what the majority wants to do. And in this situation, it looks like you have some support on both sides for this proposal. Now, I'm the first one to tell you, it doesn't have stimulus checks in it. I'm not interested in it, but this is one of those deals where if you call something to the floor, then you might be able to start working some stuff into it. And stimulus checks could be one of those things you can work into it. We know Josh Hawley, we know Bernie Sanders are already on board for stimulus checks. So if you did present something and it was called to the floor, we could see some amendments and they could add stimulus checks to it. So we'll have to see where that goes. But as of right now, this is what we have. So I want to know what you guys think about this whole situation. They're introducing the bill Monday night. We're going to have to see what it's all about. And you have to subscribe to the channel because I will dig in and find out all the details when it comes to this proposal. So let me know what you guys think about this whole situation down below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.